It is Tax Tip Tuesday, and I'm joined by Chris Porter. Thanks for coming in. You're with PorterKinney. We are talking about tax tips this morning for education, so specifically parents and kids. So what advice do you have for them this morning?
Well, one great piece of advice is to become familiar with the American Opportunity Tax Credit.
Okay.
It's basically a credit that's available for undergraduate students in the first 4 years of education.
Interesting.
And it refunds 100% of the first $2,000 that you spend on your son or daughter's undergraduate education, and 25% of the next $2,000 if you qualify.
Okay.
And you can't make too much money. A married couple that makes more than $180,000 will not qualify for the credit.
Okay.
So one great tip that we tell people is to be sure you spend at least $2,000 each year on education for 4 years. Yeah, because the government basically pays for that on your behalf, the whole $2,000.
Okay.
So if you have a daughter who's at CBC and the first year you spend $1,000 on her education and the next year you spend $5,000 on her education, you've created a tax inefficiency.
Okay.
You should have at least spent $2,000 the first year, even if you spend only $4,000 the next year. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Kind of spreading it out so it all adds up.
That's
okay,
right.
so say you make over 180K. What do you do there?
You can't take that tax credit if you make over $180,000, but you can do other things. For example, a 529 plan.
Okay.
There's no income limitations for a 529 plan. And what that will allow you to do is it will allow you to save money on behalf of your son or daughter's future education and allow that money to grow tax-free.
Interesting.
So the dividends that you earn, the interest that you earn on that money will not hit your tax return. It will not be taxed every year.
Right.
It will be able to grow tax-free, and then you can take that money out and use it for education tax-free.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in this morning. We appreciate the tax tips as always.